Welcome back. You are now looking at the blank canvas that we just created. And you'll notice on your right side menu that you have a panel that's open to layers. Now this has three parts, but you're going to use the one that is labeled layers. And so what we're going to do very simply is we're going to explain the concept of layering images on one particular canvas. And you can understand this by looking at this button right at the bottom of the layers panel, and it says create a new layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this layer. And you're going to notice there on the right side menu that it says that this is going to be called layer 2. The canvas that we created is going to be called layer 1. Now, one of the things that you can do very simply is that every change that you make to a particular graphic, you do it on a new layer. So for example, if we decide to change this graphic in this way, we're going to do that on layer 2. When we decide to make a second change, we're going to create a new layer and we're going to do that next change on layer 3. And we can identify the layer that we're working on by highlighting it at each point. So for example, if we were to color layer 2 and we were to go and we were to use the paint bucket and we were to just color in layer 2, you would notice then that the entire graphic looks to be blue. However, if we were to make that layer invisible, and we can do that by going to this button that looks like an eye, it will make the entire layer invisible. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that eye. And you'll notice then that all we'd have then active is layer 1 and layer 3. If we were to take a graphic and put it on top of layer 3, you'll notice then our graphic is on top of the canvas. If we were to make layer 2 visible again, we can make it again by clicking this link. We can then make the graphic invisible by clicking this eye. Graphic goes away. And we can make this coloring go away by clicking this eye, and then all we have left is layer 1. We can then add another layer on top, and we can then begin working with our graphic again. We can take another color, and we can color in that graphic. So you can basically see how the layering system works inside of Photoshop, and every time you make a change, it's a good idea to use a new layer in order to work with that change. You can see that with each action that you take, and that you can go back and you can look at what your layer would look like if you didn't have that particular issue. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.